First one that asked for the state ID. But yes, no, they've never asked me that before. But I'm glad that my ID was stolen. But I'm glad that now that I grabbed my other device, we have it taken care of. So nonetheless, yes, I'm glad that you're able to work with me and not demand that I have my ID. It's stolen. Okay, so I set up a bill pay, and they told me that the bill was paid, and she communicated with me that it had not been paid. I've had to endure experiences like this years. I just wish the FBI would do something about it.
Was the bill paid for $325?
How is it possible how's it possible for you to take it out my account and then not pay them? Because it happens quite often. I just don't understand how this is repeatedly possible.
Actually, one moment, because let me just go ahead and do some math here.
Okay, and don't say the name of the location. I have a situation going on, and I don't want you to repeat that name. Okay?
Okay, I understand. I won't repeat that name.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. However, the funds did come out of your account for that merchant.
But if I'm being robbed of the funds and you're not sure why, I don't understand why people aren't going to prison repeatedly over and over. What do I do with you're robbing me of funds and then you want me to sit and I'm not sure why? And because you're not the only one doing it. So what do I do with you have just robbed me of those funds and then you want me just to sit and normalize that you have just robbed me? If you drafted it from my account and you can't find it, you just robbed me of those funds. But people have sugarcoated defrauding me out of funds like this years.
I am sorry to
I'm sorry, what was your name?
But my name is Paige.
I'm sorry, what is it?
Paige.
Okay, and your employee ID.
My employee ID is G802432.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So as to why the reason why I say I'm not sure why is because this isn't like a banking error. The bank did pay for the bill pay, correct? As to why the merchant did not receive the funds, I am not sure why. And the reason I say that is because I can see that the funds were taken out, and I can see that it was paid to that merchant. And the reason why I say I'm not sure why is because I can't speak for the other merchants.
This isn't making sense. If they didn't receive it, then how can you make sure that they received it? Because it's not benefiting me if I'm paying you and you take funds and then won't pay it to them. And carefully articulate your words to not get charges.
Okay. So that's what I'm trying to explain is that I cannot tell you why the other merchant would not have accepted it. I can just let you know that
that's not what happened, ma'am. I don't know why you would say that they didn't accept it. Why would someone not want to accept funds?
I'm not saying that they didn't want to accept it. I'm saying that. I mean, okay, so the funds that were taken out of your account were sent to that merchant. As to why they say that they didn't receive it, I cannot tell you why they said.
I think I need to call the police department. I think I need to call the police. This is how they set up a false arrest. This is just ridiculous. I just need to call the police.
Okay, one moment. Let me go ahead and place you on a brief hold. I'm going to go ahead and speak to my supervisor.
Yeah, I think I just need to call the police. Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And help you a little bit further.
So you spoke to your supervisor?
I'm going to transfer you to a supervisor.
Oh, so did you lie to me? You said you spoke to your supervisor.
I did speak to a supervisor, and they told me to escalate you to a supervisor.
Okay, so you spoke to a supervisor, and they told you to escalate me to somebody else and not that party.
Well, they can't go on my computer, so yes, I'm escalating you to a supervisor that can handle calls.
Okay, so you're transferring me blind, to repeat myself. Is that correct? Do I have to go through the verification process again?
No, I'm going to go ahead and transfer with you, so I'll be introducing you to the other supervisor.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be right back on the line, Miss Clark. You will be placed on a brief hold while I connect you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Mrs. Clark, I do have Supervisor Paul on the line. He'll be able to further assist you. I do want to thank you for being a valued customer, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Clark, this is Paul, supervisor with First National Bank Texas, First Convenience Bank. How are you?
That'd be better if we can get this situation resolved.
What is the situation? How can I help you?
Okay, so this has been a pattern. She said that she wouldn't tell you. She just transferred you and didn't tell you anything?
I'm asking you myself so I can get a perspective from your end as well.
Okay.
So I can put the puzzle together and see how I can help.
Sure, you are. Okay, so I'll threaten the police because I've multiple different locations today, and in fact, years have been scamming to defraud me out of funds. So I told her I thought I needed to call the police because she said that they couldn't find the payment and basically really that there was nothing that they could do. Basically, that's the way I interpret it because she said she didn't know because the merchant didn't receive the bill pay.
Okay, myself and then see.
You're going to place me on hold. What's your name?
Case is.
What's your name?
My name is Paul.
Okay, do you have an employee ID?
I do. It's 802151.
Okay, thank you. This is the time, 3:35.
That money left your account. It was sent on same day. System is indicating that check was received by the merchant. So
okay, hold on one moment. Hold on one moment. Can you not to say the name of the merchant? Can you not repeat it?
Can I not what?
So 625. I did a payment for 625. And you're saying that the merchant received it. So the merchant said they didn't receive it. So are you saying that they're lying?
You told me 325. It's showing us 325 here, but yeah, no, they certainly did receive it.
Okay, so on 625, the merchant received it.
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, so somebody's not being dishonest. And typically it's you guys. So the merchant's saying that they didn't receive it. Give me proof that they received it. I need an email showing that they got it so I can let them know that indeed that they did get it. So I need proof that you sent it to them because I'm about to call the police. So send me proof that you got it so I can figure out why people would lie and repeatedly play these mind games.
Okay, so in terms of getting you proof, we can do a research request for you over the phone. That would involve sending you the documents necessary either through email, so email or normal correspondence. However, with this bank, if we were to set up a research request for you, they charge you a default fee of $20. And then plus on top of that, they charge $10 per document that's either emailed or mailed to you. So you can get this information for free, completely free at the branch. But I mean, if you want, I can set up that research request for you.
No, I think that you need to waive all fees because there's a discrepancy that you're stating that they got a payment that they didn't get. So I think that there's a misunderstanding that I've had to endure years since I've been targeted. I have a right to get evidence that you actually paid this bill. And I don't know why you would charge me for information to know that it was paid.
No, you certainly have that right. We just have different means of getting the information to you. I won't be waiving fees for that, but you can go into a branch for free and pick up that information there.
That's an inconvenience for me. I think that I need to have it now. That's a critical circumstance of me I need to pay my bill. And there's a discrepancy. You're stating that you see it. I don't know why you would hide the fact that it's paid. That doesn't really make a lot of sense and all the inconvenience
I'm not hiding anything, but no,
you are hiding it if you won't give me information showing that it's paid and you're a supervisor.
Information there, or I can set up a research request for you. I've given you your options. Those are your options.
I think my option should be to call the police because if you are hiding the information,
that's entirely your prerogative. That's civil action that you're more than welcome to take. I'm following. I have to do my job and work within the bounds of what I'm given to do. You're more than welcome to get the police involved.
That's what I think I need to do. So you're telling me that you paid it.
Your prerogative.
You're telling me that they paid it, you paid it, and you're unwilling to furnish me proof that you paid it.
It's not that I'm unwilling to give you, it's that I cannot give you information.
So you're
demanding for a fee to send it to you. I'm not gonna waive a fee because that's what the bank requires that you pay for that information that you need. If you don't want to pay for it, you can go into a branch and pick it up for free. It's not my unwillingness. It's me working within the bounds of the discretion that I'm given.
I think that you need to get charges. That's what I really think, because I don't understand why customer service has been so poor, and I repeatedly have blatant lies. And when I threatened the police, why she transferred me to you? I've experienced this insanity years, and this is criminal. So you want me to believe that I have been
There's
charged?
nothing criminal
I'm
about
not
that
able to
situation,
speak.
Ms.
I
Clark.
just don't think that I need to be experience the psychological abuse from people that repeatedly rob me blind. I don't want
Well,
to be here because nobody has
I have
put you
not
under control.
furnished
Well, there's
any
an issue,
psychological
there's a
abuse during this
discrepancy, and
call.
I've had to endure this for years. There's a discrepancy with the payment. They claim that they haven't gotten the payment. And if you are not willing to give me evidence that you have actually paid them, and then you're demanding that I go into a branch and you had social
I'm
and
not
all kind of
demanding
critical.
anything. I'm giving you your options. And it's not that I'm unwilling to give you information. Again, I'm working within the bounds of the discretion that's given
Well,
to me as an
let's work on
employee.
some options. I'd like some options to where I can not have to go to the branch.
Those are your options.
I would like some options on how I can see. I have an app.
There is no other option, Ms. Clark. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're stating that even though I have an app, they hide whether they paid it or not?
Well, I mean, if you go into your bill pay, you would see the same thing on the history in the bill pay. What I'm seeing is what you can see. I went into the system, I clicked on see what she sees or see what they see. I pulled up your bill pay. So this is the same category that you have available to you if you log into your account through your browser, or if you're on the account through the app, you go to your bill pay, you can see on the history where it says that this check was sent and cleared to the merchant. So you have access to be able to see the same thing I'm seeing.
Okay, so then you didn't say that. You're demanding that I go to the merchant. I experience this all the time. I think it's a form of psychological abuse that I'm trying to prove. The problem is deliberately created, and they want to make it toxic with me solving problems and spin my wheels and then blame me for it.
I can't stop you from believing that you would like to believe that, Ms. Clark.
Okay, so back to, so you're stating at bill pay that it shows that I have the check has already been, so they mailed out a check. It didn't go through the account automatically. They're mailing out a check. Is that what's happening?
Correct, it was mailed.
Okay. So is there an avenue to get it electronically? It has to be mailed?
No, so the way bill pay works is if you set up bill pay with a specific merchant, bill pay will automatically default to the form of payment that works best for that merchant. So that merchant system communicates with our bill pay system and it says send a check electronically or send it physically. So our system defaults to that merchant. So
Do you think that maybe you should
bill pay, but you don't really get to choose the way it's sent out.
I don't have choices. So do you think maybe you should have addressed that they have mailed a check and they probably haven't received it now?
What do you mean if I should have addressed that?
Because I'm thinking it happened electronically. You said that they've received it. People really did make a lot. People make a play with words. I just don't. I can't. I don't have rights in this country.
There's no play with words here at all. None of that has happened. I said none of that.
Okay, but once again,
I said it very clearly
okay, I
to you
can take
that
it.
check was sent and that it shows as cleared on our system. That's all I said. That's all I have said.
Okay, so the check has been sent, but how could it clear if they haven't had a chance to get it yet?
If they're telling you that they haven't had a chance to get it yet, then that's something that you would need to speak to them about.
You saying the check cleared? You're saying the check.
Speak for them.
Okay, if the check cleared, then that meant it cashed. Mind games.
Sometimes there are things called discrepancies that happen. So sometimes information doesn't match it's not a perfect world. So if we're saying yes and they're saying no, there's
obviously so they pull strings with things that are vital, and they use that for a psychological attack. Okay, so let me get clarity. So it cleared, but they haven't. How could it clear if they haven't got the check yet?
I would ask them. That's a question for them.
Okay, so you're saying that they were sent on the check, it auto paid and it was debited from my account on the 25th, and they've already received it in the mail, and it's the 26th, and it's already cleared.
As far as what the system says, on the 25th, that check was received and cleared for 325.
Okay, so when did you mail out the check?
Let's see if it'll say.
So they knew that I was taking effort to hide what I was paying for rent. So they keep saying it.
It doesn't specify here when the check was mailed out, so it would have been. It looks like it's an automatic reoccurring payment. So there was one sent on June the 2nd. That one was canceled though, and then on the 3rd, another one was sent. That one cleared, and the 625 one.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand.
Yeah.
So for the bill pay, instead of the $325, the bill pay chose to do it for $625.
No, it's $325. $325.
Okay, so you said $625. Was that? Did you say that in error?
That's the date, June the 25th.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so you don't know when it was mailed. That's hidden.
I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know when it was mailed, but some kind of way they got it absolutely on the 25th, and you show that they already cashed it and spent it. Well, cashed it and
it shows
it cleared.
It's cleared. Yeah, it shows it's cleared.
Okay, and you're hiding any evidence that it cleared?
I'm not hiding any evidence, no ma'am.
Okay, well, how do I obtain the evidence that it cleared?
I think I've told you that twice now.
Okay, you're telling me to go in the branch.
Like
I can't get it mailed out. I can't get it mailed out, or I mean,
Yes, ma'am, but you have to pay a fee for that.
okay. So I paid $20 to find out if it cleared. So maybe I should ask the merchant to supply me with something to show that they never got the funds. I don't know. I'm trying not to, because I get defrauded out of so many funds. So I'm trying to combat the situation and find a remedy without inconveniencing me any further and defrauding me out of any more funds, because it repeatedly keeps happening.
If you can get a letter of merchant error or something that they claim to not have received the funds in, and you can get that to us, then I'm sure that at that point our back office can take over and investigate.
I don't think it's them, because it repeatedly comes down to the people that I'm talking to on the phone. This is a repeated pattern, and it's never really the merchants and the restaurants. It correlates with whoever I'm communicating with on my phone and my devices. It correlates with crimes are being committed on my devices, and what I'm trying to prove. So as I'm trying to establish the pattern that it repeatedly over and over, it's not the other parties, it's the crimes being committed on my phone.
I'm not aware of any crime that's been
committed. I don't know why you would not be aware of it, because I'm reporting it right now to you. I'm reporting that even the last situation, it canceled out and it glitched, and then they started an argument with me for trying to use the bill pay. When I submitted the bill pay on my device, it said that it was submitted, and then it would go through. Then they scammed that it canceled. There was some kind of security risk, like all kind of other places that I try to do purchases. The same security risk. Then on the same security risk happened on my Facebook page, locking me out of 2 Facebook pages. Email security risk.
Have you tried maybe not using bill pay? Because maybe this merchant just doesn't work well with bill pay.
Well, I would like to have rights that other citizens have. It would be more convenient. I don't really have rights that other parties have. I don't think that that's the answer. I think the answer is for people to go to prison that choose to break the law. But like I said, not a lot of people see it my way. But I don't know what to do with people.
I don't think any crime has been committed, though.
I hear that repeatedly, but if it said the last time when I submitted the bill, if it said that it was submitted and then they scammed, it was a security risk because I tried to pay a bill, what would you perceive that is? If I'm telling you the same thing happened on Facebook pages and all over the place, what would you perceive that it is?
I mean, if it's happened at Facebook marketplace page itself.
No, just Facebook in general. Facebook in general. I've been locked out of several Facebook pages, and they claim that it was a security risk by me having the Facebook page.
Yeah, I understand.
And I'm locked out of 2 emails that was a security risk, and I got locked out of them that I've had decades. To this day, I'm currently locked out of. Multiple different apps I'm currently locked out of. I didn't get my stimulus check because of the same issues, glitches.
I see. I don't know how to speak for any of that. I don't really administer or handle or work with that. It's above my pay grade, or I out of my pay
Well,
grade.
I think we need to escalate to someone that it's not above their pay grade. I would like to escalate to someone that can provide answers on why people were scamming the last bill pay. I'd like to exercise my rights to get answers on why I'm being defrauded out of funds repeatedly over and over. So I like to exercise my right to see why it gave me a confirmation, and I currently have a screenshot that it would go through, and then they said me using bill pay was a security risk.
Yeah.
So I would like to escalate to someone where it's not above their pay grade.
I would really recommend going into a branch because
That's not what I asked. That's not convenient for me.
There isn't anyone else who's going to be able to assist you in the way that you want to be assisted.
I just would like to escalate to someone that it's not above their pay grade to get answers. I don't want to be going scavenger hunts like I've had to do years. I want people to go to prison.
I mean, you're not even letting me answer your questions. Would you like me to answer your question?
I just would like to escalate to someone else because I don't want to have to endure psychological abuse. I just wanted to exercise my right to exercise my right to escalate to someone else.
You want to exercise your rights, correct? Would you like me to transfer you to a colleague of mine, a supervisor who can give you a second opinion on the matter, Ms. Clark?
That'd be nice.
All right, give me 1 second.
Okay. I saw this happening to my sister before she set me up, and I said that happens to me too. She tried to pay her phone bill, and they kept arguing with her and wouldn't let her pay her bill. She had to go get her money back, and a lot of times they won't even let you get their money back, depending on how mad they are. So she was inconvenienced and had to go in person and had to try to pay her phone bill another avenue. I saw her frustration. I said, I do it too. It happens all the time for me. Whatever's happening, they're in cahoots with the crimes now. Are you there? They're just not saying anything. Okay, they were answered and then put me on hold. I paused this and it's still playing or recording. So while it's recording, another strategy they use is that I'll do something around the place while I'm on hold. They'll answer, I'll rush to my phone, and then they'll put me on hold again. It's happened multiple different times.
Patience, I have a colleague here, Jose, who will take over for me.
Okay.
I'll disconnect. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Ms. Clark, my name is Jose. I'm a supervisor here with First National Bank, Texas First Convenience Bank. It's my understanding here that you have questions about a bill pay.
Right. Can you not say the name of the merchant? Did he give you the name of the merchant already? Okay. Can you not mention the name of the merchant again? I have something going on over here. And I'm asking if you not repeat the name of the merchant. Okay, so what's happening is for years I'm targeted, okay? Okay, you got it? You want me to repeat myself?
Listening, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm targeted. So the government has hacked my phone, and they set up for me to speak with scammers. So they'll commit a crime and scheme to defraud me out of funds. And then when it causes psychological damage, because I have to call in and try to fix problems that were purposely created. So then when I talk to the scammers, they hang up on me, they disconnect, they're condescending, they start arguments, and they raise their voice and then play games to leave me trapped in the problem. That's the biggest issue. So these scammers have successfully defrauded me out of thousands. Being targeted, the United States has defrauded me out of a tax return, multiple different tax returns, Social Security payment, child support payments, and including even food stamps benefits from Health and Human Services. So what they do to not get charges, they have me speaking with scammers, knowing that nobody would ever believe it. So one of the strategies the scammers use is they transfer me over and over and want me to relive the living hell that I've had to go through. So their scam to have me repeat myself over and over is to transfer me to multiple different supervisors and blatantly lie over and over again. Sometimes they hang up and they disconnect. That's the biggest issue. So since my phone is being controlled by these scammers, it's just virtually impossible for me to get things rectified. So I'm having to give my credit card information and serious information, my social, to con artists. And that's pretty peculiar for someone to state that repeatedly over and over. So you'd have to prove that it repeatedly keeps happening. So this is why I keep having identity theft and why I set up bill pay and then it don't go through. And then the scammers lie and say that they've paid people that they didn't pay. And then when they get caught in it, then they'll try to give me my funds back. It depends on how bad, angry the abusers are. Sometimes they just defraud me out of the funds and don't care.
Okay.
So you got the name of the merchant. I think that you're probably a scammer and you want to, that's why I keep getting transferred around to get nowhere. So the merchant said that they didn't get the funds. And I threatened the police and then she transferred me to a supervisor because nobody wants me to get this documentation because I don't believe it was actually paid.
Okay. So the payment was sent out on the 25th and it should be delivered before July 1st.
Okay. That was not, he said that it had already cleared.
Yeah, no, it's not cleared yet. It should be delivered by July 1st.
Okay, it was sent out on the 25th. Okay, thank you.
You have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
So they play games and they carefully articulate. And if they are caught in the crime, then they'll say it's delivered. No, it didn't clear. And just when whatever they think they can get away with, that's what they'll do. If they feel that it's too incriminating and they can't defraud me out of the funds, then the story will change. All these hours and they still will not upload the Uber Eats, how they're enforcing that I get defrauded out of funds. They just cut the data off so you wouldn't see that. And just the psychological damage of someone being able to control your devices, even down to your air fryer. Okay, well, the time now, it is 4:01. And I want you to know something that I believe that you probably wouldn't believe. So I believe the government, with my abuser, strategizes. How can I make her spin her wheels that day? I don't want her to live her life. I want it to be her to be an emotional wreck. Help me figure out how I can ruin her day every single day. Well, how can we strategize another technique to do it today? How about we cut her tablet off today? We cut her phone off yesterday, and then she had to play games and get that resolved. We'll do it that way. We'll rob her on Uber Eats. We'll have someone knock at the door, call, play for psychological abuse. She's trying to get off the phone. They won't let her get off and then say that they can't hear. She's steady trying to get off the phone. They won't let her get off. Then come knock at the door when she had already stated she was busy. Then after that, another party comes knock at the door. But this has been a pattern that has followed me years. 4:01, and I have not got anything basically accomplished. Issue after issue after issue.